Hello, another video for M.E.R.C.S second edition. This video is for tips and tricks on the EU ink. On EU ink? The EU ink? Have you heard of the EU ink? It's very good ink, it's blue. Anyway, this is just a video just to show you what I think, how you could use them, sort of thing. So a basic build, I would say, for EU ink, obviously go for the leader, because the leader gives you leadership bonus, which is always great. Heavy weapon. Yes, it's only strength 2, but you get 4 shots with the large T template, and the heavy is movement 2, which means you probably will get the heavy where you want him to, or her. The demo, because EMP grenades, and you can move and throw them. Always great. Medic, because medkits are always great. I would either go for the sniper, because it's become the garden sniper, strength 3 weapon, needing 4s to hit, or I'd go for the monkey wrench, or either take the demo off for the monkey wrench. So you've got a choice of what you want. The thing with EU ink is they are one of the jack of all trades factions. They can do pretty much anything they want to do. They are one of the best beginner factions, in my opinion, better than CCC in that regard. They are similar in the effect that they've got pretty much anything that they want to take. I mean, you've got a monkey wrench, you've got a demo, you've got a leader, you've got a heavy, you've got a sniper, you've got a medic, you've got a spotter, which a lot of factions have got now, and really useful. The only thing you're missing is a breacher, but for this faction isn't really a problem, because you've got tight, so if everyone's within 1 card length of each other, their bonuses are going to get really good, especially if you've got the leader, so you're getting +2 to hit on your dice rolls, so that's a great boon. So that's me for a basic build, as it were. If you want to go for an old money build, then you just take models that have the connections person ability. I mean, you've got the medic that's got it, you've got the spotter that's got it, you've got the demo that's got it, you've got the leader that's got it, you've got the heavy. Well, you've got to take the analyst. That's neither here nor there. That's pretty much it. So how many models is that? So that's 6 models. So who would I definitely take? Well, you've got to take the analyst. That's no argument. You've got to take the analyst for all the money to come in effect. So go for the leader, the heavy. So 2 more slots left. The medic and the demo. That's what I do, because you're getting the model. You're essentially getting a squad of 4, because the analyst, unless you're playing objective games, is only used for getting the connections out. That being said, though, I mean, you could go for 1 less lot of connections if you want, but each model gives you 2. Realistically, I would just take 3 with connections and take someone else out. So possibly with this build, because you've got the heavy with a full auto weapon, you've got the leader with a carbine. I will go with someone with a bit shorter range. I would possibly go for the wrench instead of the demo, because they've all got kind of close range weapons at strength 2, and also they can repair each other, they can heal each other. You've got leadership bonus, you've got connections. I mean, what can you do with connections? 1 credit gives you quick. I find that's always great. Escape artist, not bad, but really that's only going to be used if other models ring your way, which you're going to shoot them first, I would have thought. Or if you're against USCR with their harpoon gun sniper. Brick house. On the heavy, yes, but on anyone else, no. Hell's Hot Fire, maybe with the sniper or the heavy. Lucky. Lucky's a hard one to pull off with this faction because you're wasting 5 credits and you really want to make them count. But Lucky will possibly have its place, I would say. And you want some. I wouldn't bother with you want some. That takes up 6 credits. That's all your credits gone if you just use 3 models that's got connections. So I really wouldn't bother with you want some. Like maybe on the heavy, maybe with something with a lot of shots, but not really normally. It's not really worth it. But that's just me. So this is what I'd say for a close combat build. Maybe could take out maybe the Monkey Wrench or the Medic for the spotter, because has the Monkey Wrench got connections? No, maybe take out the Monkey Wrench because the Monkey Wrench ain't got connections, the spotter has. So you've got a more connections orientated close combat, because let's face it, this faction isn't really close combat orientated at all. They've got carbines and machine pistols and pistols to combat that, but against proper melee they kind of are struggling a bit, because yes, the reactions usually 5s, there's a few that's 6s, one that's a 7, a few that's 4, so the reaction's not really that high. But as I say, they've got weapons to deal with any threat. They're a jack of all trades, master of not really much. So if you want a faction that's really flexible, really does what you want, these probably are, I would say, the best faction to go with. But yeah, that's really just me. I mean, there's 2 I haven't talked about. I mean, the Sergeant will really help if you want a close combat build. I mean, if the leader's too far away by some reason, because I don't know, sticks with a heavy. If people have moved out a little bit, the Sergeant could help stay with them and move, I don't know, the leader up a little bit. Yes, it means the heavy can't move and fire because heavy can't. So I would say the Sergeant's alright. He's got a flashbang grenade, that's great, and he's got semi-auto, which is good, but apart from chain of command, which is a great help, at times I don't feel the Sergeant's really doing much for me. I would say he's the weakest of all of the models in the faction. I mean, if you take out the Sergeant and put in a not a booster. Yeah, they haven't got a booster, have they? Not really needing a booster, are they? If you take out him and put in a... what's that got? It's got a door, man. I can't remember. Breacher, that's it. Take out the Sergeant and put in a Breacher, you'd pretty much have all the skills you want, but... really, I'd say the Sergeant's the weakest, but that's just me. I mean, the Shock Trooper. Shock Trooper is a weird one, but I like the Shock Trooper. I mean, you've got Smoke Grenade, which can help with them penalties on your opponent. You've got Martyr, which means if he runs in, shoots someone, he might do a bit of damage, and then if he dies, everyone else gets dice bonuses. With this faction, it's ridiculous because he dies. Everyone increases their attack rolls by 1. Leadership, increase your dice rolls by 1. Tight, increase your... may re-roll 1 attack, D10. Which, yeah, it doesn't increase your dice roll, but re-roll the attacks. It's a really... I thought it increased the dice roll, but in some ways that re-roll's actually better. These are actually a good faction. Yeah, the spotter. I haven't actually talked about the spotter thing where he can give aim to someone within short range as his action. So he could give the sniper aim. Sniper needs 2s to hit within the leader. Auto hitting. Or if you put him near to the spotter, needing 2s to hit with a reroll. You've got so many options with this faction, it is unreal. Analyst can take objectives pretty well. You've got the demo, which has got EMP grenades, which shuts down armour. Yeah, it's automatically broken. And you can move and throw them within 2 card lengths. You can't complain at that one. Good at shutting down armour with EMP grenades and the heavy, which 4 shots. Yes, it's strength 2, but unless you're against U.S.C.R, ISS, or someone with more than 1 model with 2 armour, it's not going to bother you that much. And with how many shots you're flinging out, you're going to hit or do a lot of armour failure rolls really quickly. So yeah, that is my tips and tricks with EU Inc. They're a really good faction. My only caveat to this faction is if you've played M.E.R.C.S enough, you probably want something a bit more specialised. EU Inc.'s got it all, but they've not really got any specialists, as it were. So that's it for my talk on this faction. Goodbye for now.